Well, hello everybody. Welcome to the Heavy Metal Noise channel. I am your host, the Heavy Metal One himself. Thank you for stopping by. I really wasn't planning on making a video this early, or even today at all, but I try to come at you guys with a calm, cool, collected, type of attitude, along with the confidence and the fiery attitude mixture, because I believe our positivity is an essential, it's an essential thing that we have to have right now. I'm sure, like most of you, you probably haven't seen such conflict in our lifetime with politicians, with people on the street, the people you walk by. I want you to think about something real quick. When you're walking around in your grocery stores, if you like to go out for jogs, you're walking around, just getting some fresh air, and you notice the folks that are out and about, have you noticed anything a little bit different about most people these days? And this is not trying to be a downer. It's not, supposed to be shaming anybody, because these are trying times, to say the very least. But doesn't most people anymore look like they're down, they're stressed? The motivation and spirit just left them. They almost have like a zombie look. They're just going through the motions anymore. I am seeing that. And I live in an area that is pretty upbeat, or what would be considered upbeat at one time. And it really even just goes to show me that nowhere is immune. I'm not immune. I get, my depressed spells. I get down. But I also get up and I realize the course of action that needs to be taken with your significant other, with your long-term future, your children, with your wealth preservation, overall outlook on what you want your life to be. And so I swear to God, I'm not trying to be a therapist here. I really am not. But I just wanted you to think about that briefly. And I've been checking in with a tiny bit of our politics. I mean, I do have my news sources. I do not follow the lamestream. As y'all know, they are bought, paid for, and they push the agenda of billionaires. All your CNNs, your Fox, your MSNBCs, the Newsmaxes, they're all owned by people with 7, 8-digit figures, corporations, and they push the agenda that they want to be pushed out there. So, anyways, checking in with my independent news sources here and there, usually on a daily basis. I am had a gutful. I'm sure most of you have had a gutful on all the arguing and fighting, and every one of these congressmen, almost every single one of these senators, Republican or Democrat, it doesn't matter. I will call out both sides. I don't care if you love Trump. I don't care if you love Bernie Sanders. I don't care if you love Kevin McCarthy. I don't care who you love. It's a great thing about this country. We can have an opinion and agree to disagree. But the people we elect, our tax dollars funneled up into that Capitol building, whether it be in your local state, Washington, D.C., our reps who pretend that they are there representing you. They are ripping each side, Democrats going after the Republicans, and vice versa, about why this money shouldn't be in this bill, who it's going to help, who it's not. Shut your mouth, every one of you. Every single Republican, shut your mouth. Kevin McCarthy, you have so many billionaire contributions, McDonald's Corporation, Raytheon, defense contractors, UPS, the list goes on and on. How many contributions and donations are funneled into your campaign to hook them up? Mitch McConnell, Turtle Boy, whose wife uses her cabinet office to promote personal interests like her dad's book. Your tax dollars. Those of you in Kentucky who vote Turtle Boy Mitch McConnell in, need to be aware of these things. The Department of Transportation, Elaine Chao, who knows, I mean, what else is going on up there? The money's being funneled over into Kentucky interests? That's known. She got a PPP loan because they're hurting so bad. That McConnell family is hurting so bad. Do they care about you? That $1,400 stimulus check, some unemployment for those who have lost their jobs and can't even afford the power bill, looking at eviction. We can't do that for you. That's too much. Our country's turning in the right direction. Things are going really well. Is that a fact? The same guy, former Senate Majority Leader, Turtle Boy McConnell, says this $1.9 trillion COVID bill or relief plan, whatever, some call it the Biden plan, whatever you want to call it, I don't care. Say this is almost exactly the amount that we spent in the middle of the pandemic in April. Did you go to elementary school even? In April. We shut down in March. In the middle of the pandemic. This guy's got dementia, or he's lost track of time. I don't know. April. The money was desperately needed, and it's still desperately needed. We got the jobs numbers roughly today, and it's been revised, and it'll probably get revised again. Another 750,000 people filing for first-time unemployment claims. Our country's doing so well. Before all this happened, our highest unemployment claims for 1 week was a little over 600,000 back in the Great Recession, quote unquote. Don't give me this garbage that we're turning in the right direction. Things aren't getting better. People are being thrown out on the street without any regards for family, money, where they're going to go, what they're going to do. I'm so tired of all these Republicans and all these Democrats proclaiming that they're fighting for you. They don't give a damn about you. We got to get the progressive movement, whatever side of the aisle you fall on. Progressives are really pushing the envelope, like other countries, sticking by their people. Why can't you get a monthly UBI? You may disagree. That's fine. I'm just here voicing my opinion and thinking out loud. And I'm going to get to this. Yes, it's a ton of money printing going on. But why don't you deserve a few bucks? Some crumbs that those guys in D.C. think that you... Oh, maybe not. I don't know. That $1,400's a lot. But they are guaranteed their salary. They're guaranteed their health care. Their universal health care is guaranteed up there. You pay for that, but we don't want to do that for you. That just seems like that's too much of a favor to help those who voted for me. I do get my welfare check and get to stay in office and make a career out of it. I'll get my big donations. Ted Cruz will back, the oil and gas industry as long as he, gets his money. He'll throw in a couple amendments and ensure that it's in a stimulus package. The corruption is all over the walls. These bellwethers, that they talk such a great game that they're there for you. And I don't want every single person that's up there, if they're watching, listening, whatever the case is. There are a couple of them that I firmly believe have morals and the backbone and the support for the American people, and they care. But 98% don't. They are career politicians. They live off of their donors, their lobbyists, the Mitch McConnells, the Kevin McCarthys, these guys. And those are just a couple off the top of my head. I don't mean to exclude the Democrats either, because I'm sure Chuck Schumer, Nancy Pelosi, don't get me started on all these other ones. Great donor living representatives. By the way, Kevin McCarthy and Nancy Pelosi ought to be sitting in the, be having dinner together. He rips on her. Says what, everything that she has to say is terrible and blue state bailout. Well, Mr. McCarthy, you are in a blue state. Your state of California is in shambles. It's a disgrace to the United States right now. The way you guys spend money is the most irresponsible thing I've ever seen. It might be in history. Your homeless epidemic is the highest in history. LA, Oakland, go downtown to the heart of these cities. A third world country lives better than these cities. This is the United States of America. What's happening? Where are your representatives? If you live in these areas, call them out. Call them. Flood their mailboxes. Vote them out if you don't like what you're seeing. The governor as well. Your governors, flood their mailbox. Send them letters, emails. We as a people have got to do something about these reps, and nothing's happening. The same old will continue. The money will continue to flood the gates, and the gates are going to break. And this is where I hope you have this. This is going to break. The movement is here, it's live, it's well, and it's gaining traction. These are grams, these are half ounces, these are 10th ounces, and most of you who follow me know the 5-ounce Libertad. When this breaks out of the suppression, look out, because when it's gone, it's gone. Your technological companies are going to have dibs on it. The billionaires are going to get wind of this, and some already have. They're going to get the contracts. But the silver squeeze movement, the folks who are really raising a lot of money for billboards, and even if one person around the world, just in, let's say, the United States of America, only buys 1 ounce, first-time buyers, whatever, second-time buyers, everyone just buys 1 ounce, you know what that's going to do to the silver market? The COMEX, JP Morgan, it's going to break the system. This will be reevaluated as real money, not that paper that you can set on fire to keep yourself warm. It's worthless. It has value because you have faith in it. I put my trust in this. I'm not a crypto guy. Crypto is 100% speculation. It's almost like you have a duty, if you buy cryptos, to spread the word of how great it's going to do. Spread it to a friend to buy it. So they buy it and it goes up. It's all speculation. There's no backing to it. None. But on the positive side of cryptos, if that's your deal, at least you're getting out of the system one way. It is one way. I'm old school. I like to be able to hold this. I like to be able to slam it around, whatever. I can't do that with a crypto. If my grid goes down, my power goes out, I need to go buy groceries, I need to make a trade, I need to go buy a gallon of gas, whatever the case may be. I can't show them a blank screen on my phone that I have a Ethereum coin, or I have a Bitcoin to trade, or I have a 10th of whatever coin, I have a Doge coin, yada yada. This will sit in your hand, you can give it to an attendant, and it'll still buy. Thanks to this day. A mercury dime buys the same back in 1950 as it does today. Your candy bar. What are you paying for a candy bar these days? $1.50, $1.79? That mercury dime buys that and then some still. No kidding. Look it up. Go try it. But I'm not going to make this a long video. It's gone longer than I wanted. But I wanted to stress this. I'm getting so irritated with the propaganda that these lame representatives in both houses and the president, who's showing no backbone, cowering to big businesses and big money for their own benefits. And I wanted to voice my thoughts to you guys why it's so important to have this, because There's, there's no end in sight. These guys are up there in D.C. on Capitol Hill are going to fight, and they're going to fight, and there's going to be more packages, and there are more packages. No matter who's in office. It's almost a one-party system. They're not looking after me or you. And when this massive collapse and bubble bursts, no matter how many ounces of silver you have or gold, we're all going to feel it. But get something started. Put the odds in your favor. Doing nothing ensures your failure. Okay? Don't let this be a downer. Take the opportunity. Go out and buy you some water. Go out and buy an ounce of silver. If you can afford it, gold. If you're a crypto person, you do what you want with that. Tune out of the lame stream. Drop the ratings. Tune into something that's real. Independent journalism. I watch a great one is Clayton Morris. His channel is called Morning Invest. Great channel, very informative. I highly recommend him. Very nonpartisan. He's a progressive type of a guy, kind of like me. But he calls out both sides of the aisle. It's not Democrats are awesome. If Republicans are doing something great, just like him, I'll say it. I'll support a Republican if they're looking for our best interests. So I really just wanted to emphasize all these bellwethers, and can't stress enough, please protect yourself, your wealth, your family, your future. And I'm going to let you guys go. I can't thank you enough for stopping by, spending a little more time with me than normal. But hit that like button if you find this information useful. Subscribe. Share it all over your social media when you get this word out. Just 1 ounce. If every one person just buys 1 ounce, this is going to be revalued. You're going to see something big, and it's coming one way or another. We're not going to stop it. The awakening is going to be here. So hopefully you're on the right side, and keep stacking, because that's what we're going to do one way or another. So, you guys have a great afternoon, and we'll talk to you soon. Peace.